No, the funny thing is, this isn't even all I'm wearing. It's 10 degrees outside. And I'm going to be running a 5K today in this weather. Hold on. Yeah, it's that cold that I have to wear this thing. I got a hat. I gotta grab like a windbreaker outfit. Seriously, this is like bare minimum for what I would wear outside in weather like this. And I have to start my Thanksgiving up by running a 5K in a little over 2.5 hours. Well, gotta work up that Thanksgiving meal somehow. And plus, really should be fun. Yep. It's that kind of Thanksgiving, which reminds me, Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yep. This is probably the most bundled up I've been doing a video in probably ever. But what can I say? It's freezing outside. Like, it's a high of 20, a low of 3. I have to wear this stuff. It's going to be awful. Seriously, with the exception of like 1 year I've been doing the pine glove, every year has been like getting worse and worse in terms of how cold it was. It's not very fun. I do not like the cold. And again, I'm going to be running in it today. But, today, of course, is Thursday. It is Thanksgiving. And there's so much good stuff to look forward to just today in general that, I don't even know where to start. Obviously, the fact that I'm going to be surrounded by lots of family members this evening, which should be very lovely. You're going to enjoy a very nice turkey dinner. I'm going to have some mashed potatoes. Don't worry, they're mashed potatoes. They're not boiled, nor will they be stuck in a stew. Stuffing or dressing, which for those of you who don't know, stuffing is when it actually goes inside the bird. Dressing is basically stuffing, only it doesn't go inside the bird. So, there you go. There's a cooking lesson for you today. There's going to be, butternut squash we always have. It's going to be a salad, perhaps. Maybe a soup, or maybe, I don't know what we're doing. There's going to be lots of pie, though. So much pie. Pie. Although, first things first, I got me a 5K to run this morning. I'm probably going to do really horrible, by the way. Just because I really haven't done the greatest amount of training for this. But we'll see where it goes. To be perfectly honest, I hope I do moderately well. But, as per my usual game day racing tradition, I always, hold on, make sure I have 16 of the right, 16 of the left. I made sure I did that ahead of time because you have no idea how difficult it is to do it right before any sort of racing event. Not to mention that since I'm left-handed, it's easier to write on my right arm, but I don't do that bad of a job writing on this arm with my right hand. Again, I'm left-handed, so yeah, it's actually not a bad job. I mean, the letters are obviously legible, and I try and be careful. But you can't really tell on like my right arm, but for whatever reason, I like make the letters up top like bigger than the ones you'll see on the bottom. Again, I'd show you, but I'm so incredibly bundled up right now, guys. I have to say, because this actually took some time to like get all these clothes on. Not that I was being like, not that it was difficult or anything. I was just being like super duper lazy. But yeah, what was that? Wait, can I? Oh, that was weird. Don't know what that was. I better not try and mess around with that. I should probably get going with the festivities going on today, which Should be a lot of fun, Again, it's Turkey Day. Can't wait, Actually, the Pine Glove usually has, some hot beverages there. There's going to be some, some food. Sometimes there's like bananas. Last year they actually had some Dunkin' Donuts there. That was really cool. There was also like whenever you go to like a big supermarket like Wegmans, they have like those giant like cookie trays. There was a bunch of cookies there. That was really cool. I had like a whole bunch of, don't get me wrong. I love the classic white chocolate chip. Really, there isn't a cookie I don't dislike or by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, to be perfectly honest, if my eyes were completely bugging out and I was covered in blue fur, I would basically be the next Cookie Monster. I love cookies that much. But, yeah, sorry. There we go. That's like forcing my mouth, so I'm using my chin a lot. That sort of works, I guess. So yeah, last night was also really fun. It was actually my mother's birthday yesterday. So, we celebrated with a nice evening together. It was a very, very lovely time. Went to my folks' place. Had a wonderful, relaxing evening, which is always very nice. And the perfect way to delve into Thanksgiving weekend, which I know people have to go to work tomorrow and a bunch of stuff, but let's be honest. Outside of the fact that Black Friday is the biggest shopping day of the year, is it really that, crazy or hectic or anything of that sort? Well, maybe it is. I don't know. All I know is that, you gotta prepare for the holiday season. You gotta get some shopping started, get some shopping done. And when people shop for me, it's difficult around this time of year because, again, my birthday is December 28th. So, yeah, Christmas, my birthday, and New Year's. It's usually a pretty fun weekend. Although, admittedly, I'll be honest, the last couple of birthdays have been kind of underwhelming for me. Not that they were bad, just sort of meh. I mean, I don't feel any older. Then again, I'm the kind of guy who thinks that age is, just a number. Which, technically it is. Unless you're doing something, illegal that involves your age, or dating or marrying someone with a gigantic age difference, which, I guess technically there is nothing wrong with that, as long as both people are happy, but sometimes it's just a little bit weird. I don't know. I'm the last person who really should be talking about stuff like this, to be perfectly honest. But, yeah. Oh, there is one thing I did forget to mention yesterday. I did sort of put a little disclaimer in the YouTube link on Facebook. I said yesterday that for not having to take finals at Trinity Pauling after graduation, you could, in fact, actually cheat the system. You could actually, say, have a 70 GPA in the fall and winter trimesters, only to do, gangbusters in the spring with, 100 average, maybe. That would ensure that you wouldn't have to take finals. Because the way it really worked was, you need to have, your spring semester had to be as good or better than both your fall and your winter semesters. So, or not semesters, trimesters, excuse me. And you could cheat the system by doing 70s in the fall and winter and get 100 average in the spring. You could do that, but if you did, you wouldn't be able to get into college because your overall GPA for that year would be too low for any college to accept you. You have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, we were still seniors trying to get into college. And we needed the good grades to allow us to get accepted to wherever we were going. So, you had to do great work no matter what, which was okay by me. I was pretty consistent all year round, although I said this before, but I had one really bad teacher at Trinity Pauling. And I'll never forget that before the year was over, he was going over the list of people who were in danger of taking a final unless you did this one presentation in front of him or whatever. And I'm thinking, okay, this guy's been a real jerk to me all year. I am positive I'm going to be one of the people that he's going to, say that I am in danger of taking a final. And I am just ready to tear him a new one in terms of yelling at him and stuff. Just because, again, this was the guy that was a jerk to me all year. And those of you who were in that particular class, it was what was called the Asian Trilogy class, by the way. It was Asian history in the fall, Vietnam War in the winter, and then U.S.-Asia relations in the spring. Or the Asian Trilogy, as it was called. And this guy's about to name people who are in danger of taking a final for his class. I'm thinking, okay, just go ahead and say my name. I'm ready to just tear you a new one. And he does not say my name for the list of people who are in danger of taking a final. I'm like, oh, man, I'm thinking, I take back everything I was going to say about you. I'm not even kidding. I was on pins and needles as he was getting ready to pronounce who was gonna possibly take a final. I mean, again, no one from my graduating class, by my knowledge, actually had to take any finals at all. But it's just the danger, you just graduated and you still have to be there for another week just simply because you have to stick around for taking a final or whatever. I mean, that's just cruel. I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing. I mean, you could be a senior in college and have to take a final on the very last finals position, the very last day of finals week as a senior in college in the spring. Oh yeah, that happened. Luckily, though, it was the introduction to dance course that I took at Gettysburg, and that class was awesome. It was actually the one final I didn't mind taking on a Saturday. For that matter, it was the one final that I was really looking forward to the most because I really was doing well all year. What can I say? Which is funny because, I'm doing I've done plays and choir and musical and stuff. But I'll be honest, I always thought dancing was my weakest stuff, the whole singing, acting, and dancing trio. And I thought dancing was where I was weakest at. Which, I guess to a degree is still true. I guess I'm just more knowledgeable of how dancing works as opposed to everything else, which, alright. Plus, if nothing else, I know how to keep a beat. I know how to keep a rhythm. And I can say this, for everyone I've ever danced with, I've never stepped on anyone's toes. I haven't. So, that's a plus there. Hopefully I won't accidentally step on anyone's toes during the day's race when we all start all bunched together and we're going. That reminds me I should probably get going because parking there is going to be a real nightmare. So, that's all I have for right now. So, a lot to look forward to today. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, Lions football, Cowboys football, Saints and Falcons football. Which reminds me, I have no idea what the games are today, so I guess I'll obligatory pick the Lions, go Cowboys, and the Saints to win today. Those are my picks, quick picks right now. I think there may be a new episode of Hot Ones. I hope there's a new episode of Hot Ones. I'm going to look forward to that. And, yeah. So, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. Follow me in the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to be chilling. As always, I'm very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I hope we all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And remember, if you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. See? Ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care, and one more time, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Take care.